what's good? What's good? What's good, man? Back with another episode of Backseat of the V, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to that thing, man. Definitely moving, man. Numbers looking good. I appreciate everybody for the support, man. But this one right here is gonna be a great one, man. This one is gonna be a good one right here. I got my peoples, man. Amber and Ashley. Two people that I speak to occasionally because it's like I give out good advice when it comes to relationships, but when it comes to me, I cannot figure this shit out for nothing. So I do hit them up and they give me a different perspective, something else to think about from a woman's point of view. So Amber and Ashley is right here, man. What's good?
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be a voice of reason for your crazy self.
Yeah, I got a lot
Before
of shit.
Before you fly off the ledges sometimes.
Got a lot of shit with me, man. This shit crazy though. How y'all doing though?
Good. I'm feeling nice right now.
You feeling nice?
I'm feeling nice.
Yeah, we gotta dig into this relationships thing because it's a lot. It's a lot going on with this, especially in today's world, man. Especially with social media, especially with like just everything in general. Like this new generation is different.
Definitely.
It's totally different from, let's say, our grandparents or whatever their upbringing. And I mean that's understandable because times change.
Yes, we are not our grandmothers.
Like
we have our own incomes, and we're not about to put up with your BS for 50
but
years.
even with that shit, it's like. Women want to be independent when it's convenient, but they still want that. when it's convenient, but I still want to be the lady. And you don't want to cook and clean, you don't want to do none of that. But you just want to be when it's convenient for you.
See, if you're gonna scream independent woman, then you got to be that 100% of the time. It ain't no half stepping. I don't claim to be an independent woman. I was married for years. Now I'm in a committed relationship where I'm collecting rent money and grocery money, and I can't claim that as my independence. Yes, I have a job. Yes, I have my own everything. But if somebody helping you out in any way, shape, or form, you can't claim that independence. If it's your mom or your sister or your friend, like you can't claim that.
Yeah.
But everybody needs a little help too.
Definitely.
But then at the same time, in the bank account, you still need a little help.
Look, if you don't pay the daycare bill because your mama watched the baby, don't be screaming, I'm independent, and calling the next chick broke because she coming out of pocket for this.
Yeah,
it's levels to it.
Yeah, it's levels to everything, man. But at the same time, like, what does a relationship look like today? Like, how does that look?
Fake pictures on Facebook.
Fake pictures. Everybody can't be pregnant though.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
I feel
Ain't
like
nobody going through nothing.
I feel like all my peoples are single right now. Everybody's dating, except for me. I'm not single. But I feel like everybody's out here. Everybody's kind of trying to navigate with COVID because it's not as easy to link up and meet with people.
Yeah.
But I don't really see many happy couples out here front and stunting for the gram.
I do.
Maybe it's the quarantine.
Every day.
Maybe it's the quarantine. They getting sick of each other. They've been in the house for up under each other for 2 months, 3 months. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Being a guy, like I've seen a lot. There's a lot of married women and a lot of women in so-called happy relationships that come through. They come through.
I feel like now since it is COVID and you can't get out, it's the perfect time to date because now you have nothing but time.
Right.
To get
and you
to know
can build
somebody.
that conversation, that that bond, see if it really mesh right now because it's easy in person. You could front, because this nigga spending a couple dollars. I like him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different now.
But that's different. Like, people really don't want to take the time to really get to know somebody. Like, I always tell people, like, yo, time will tell you everything you need to know about somebody.
Pause. That's a good point. But also, these dudes out here, they want to take their time getting to know you while having sex with you at the same time. So,
but that's when the communication comes in.
Who gets to determine that timeline? Like, okay, time tells all.
Yeah,
but
it's
at the end of the day, they just trying to lock down multiples while they figure out what they want, while they take their time.
Nah, but that needs to be communicated because at the same time, sex sex is different for a woman than it is a man. There's more
Definitely.
emotions involved and
I
everything.
don't know, I'm a real nigga.
Look, look.
Me too.
Real ass bitch, get the fuck up out of nigga. Get the fuck out.
Different though.
Get that head, then leave. I'll call you, shorty.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of women, they get emotional with that. So it's different. Oh, we had sex, and they take it more personal. Like, oh well, we together. What are we doing? And that's why I say it comes back to communication for you guys to know what are y'all doing, where y'all at with it. Are we just getting to know each other? Because at the same time, two adults can't just have sex and just, that's what it is.
But again, that should be predetermined. I don't think that these men are going into these relationships like, hey, yo, shorty, you know, I want to blow your back out 2-3 times a week, but I also want to do it to this chick. And, you know, 6 months down the line, when you say, what are we? It's like, oh, well, we never discussed this. So.
That's why it
But
needs
it's
to be
some that
discussed.
do that, though. It's some that do that, and chicks get offended and be like, And it's like, what you mind, though, is like, no. I said I was blowing your back out, that's it.
We need to be having the what are we conversations before we start having sex.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of, I'm not going to just say women, just a lot of people that's talking, they don't do that.
Yeah, I can see that.
They having a good time. They don't want to bring up those touchy conversations because it might be going good. So I don't want to mess this up, or I don't want to scare him or her or whatever. But those are the main conversations that needs to be had.
All right, well, I can commit to moving forward, making sure that I have a defining conversation before I enter into intercourse with anybody new. And watch, they gonna be like, oh, this shit crazy as hell. We went out for one date and she's like, are you my boyfriend?
We getting married tomorrow.
For real, like,
yeah.
Sure, I'm ghosting. I'm the ghost queen. I ain't ghosting.
Oh man, but it's all about communication at the end of the day.
a lot of these dudes though, it's just not about nothing. Like, before I got with my current dude, I was dating. And when I say dating, just dating, not having sex with everybody, but dating a lot of guys. And like, these dudes can't hold the conversation on the phone. Like, you get them on and it's awkward and like
it is awkward as
like,
what's your
I'll
favorite
just text
color
you.
conversation?
you know what, I'm gonna just hang up and text you. Like,
it's easier. But I find that a lot with a lot of people today. They don't even want to speak
on the phone.
on the phone. They'd rather text. But me personally, it's like,
that's weird.
people put their emotions to your text, and that's my biggest problem.
Yep.
Like, yo, it's certain conversations don't need to be had on
Via
text.
Yeah.
Right, because you can't convey tone or emotion.
Right, and
That's
people
right.
put their shit. Oh, I know he said it like this, motherfucker.
Yes, because I got an attitude.
I know this motherfucker. I know he probably doing this or doing that, and she rolling her eyes. Oh, fuck that.
But I bet you nine times out of 10, you're right, because you know that person, and you're like, he said it like this. Like, you can hear it in their voice.
Nah,
But when you don't know somebody, those are the things.
But
that you
those
don't
are
know
just
yet.
words, and you're putting your emotions to text. You're putting your emotions to words, and that can just damage everything.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess I could see that.
But I don't think y'all be so caught up in y'all emotions.
But that's when a simple phone call can't look.
But a lot of people rather text than have a phone because they're not comfortable with speaking.
I'm a texter, but I could talk though. I could hold a conversation. Text is easier because then you don't have to respond. You could just be like, "Oh, they're dumb,"
But
and not say nothing. They're dumb.
But sometimes it's like, yo, we gotta talk. Like,
I text for quick stuff. So if it's what you doing, where you at, yeah, I'll shoot you a text. After we done exchange 2 or 3 texts, I'm about to just call you.
Yeah,
I don't got time to be typing. Listen, where we about to meet up at? Oh, okay. It's quicker. Once you get to that point, my sister and I do that all the time. Like, we'll start texting, and then next thing she knows, she on the phone. You know what? I'm not about to do this.
That's the red line, shorty.
Look, I must have read your mind. Oh yeah, we nice. We got a nice little budget now. We stepping up a little bit. The driver said he want to drink. Tell that nigga he better not spill my goddamn yak, nigga. For your own goddamn problems. Nah, but it's like, how does, like, even now with social media, how does that play a role in people's relationship? Because I see a lot of people fronting.
I see a lot of arguments about why you ain't post me. Why you not telling nobody we together?
I'm not gonna front. 3 months into my relationship, I was like, so my sister said, you need to claim me on IG.
If you don't claim me, it ain't real.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
See, I never been posted,
why does
so
that
it don't matter to me.
Though? Like why is that
matter.
important? You gotta let, like, I don't know. I guess
what's so bad about letting somebody know that
it's not about, not like I'm afraid of you, or my thing is, I don't look, social media is just a playground.
That should be reserved for exclusive relationships and like serious ones, not just we talking, we've been kicking it for a couple weeks.
But I don't take social media serious though. I don't take that serious.
I don't take it serious either.
Because it's nothing but lies to me.
And it invites problems.
Right. Everybody has an opinion. That you bringing everybody into your relationship, into your home.
I don't see it like that. I don't put my personal business out on Facebook.
That's you. But I see a lot, like, some women, they can live with a guy and you know all their business.
Well, see, that's different. Like, and that comes with just couth and class at the same time. Like, remember, it's levels to everything. So when you dealing with this bikini bottom chick,
but not even, because you could. It's like, I say, top of the line females, and they get offended because they man not posting them, but you be with this man every day. Right. So it's like, what does social media matter for if you with him?
If you're happy.
And y'all putting in the time and everything is going great, social media shouldn't matter at all.
Well, keeping in mind, a lot of people's egos and self-esteem are tied to their social media. They need to get them likes.
Too serious.
They need them likes on the photos. They need their page to be popping in order for them to feel like they're keeping up with whoever else.
You're worried about the wrong things.
Absolutely. Because you go to my Facebook page, you probably think I got some kind of mental issues.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy guy. I do got a boyfriend, but I don't like nothing or nobody if you talk to my Facebook.
Yeah. I just think people take that social media shit real serious. And it's like, people are really offended by what someone who never met you says about you. Like, you don't know me, so... I'm not gonna. You can say anything about me. You never met me. You never seen me, or you don't know me. You never had a conversation with me. So your opinion about me doesn't hold any weight.
But what about the people that are like, you know, the label hoes that, you know, they get this new outfit by any means. We ain't even gonna go there.
I'm flexing in my face.
And now you got people trying to keep up with this frontin' stuntin' dude that got the air mattress in his mama basement.
Oh, come on, man. Listen.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, because I'm right here, goddamn. I'm holding it down for my guys. Let's talk about it, goddamn.
I'm just saying, it's a lot out there. Like, you don't got nothing but this Gucci belt.
Is it real, though? Nah.
Nah. It's that Gucci.
Probably not.
Nah, but I don't see a lot of that. I don't see a lot of.
Because you're in a different level. Like, nowadays, I don't know if you could call them men, but they have no problem with begging a female at all.
Begging a female.
And will even go as far as to big themselves up.
I had a dude dub me because I wouldn't buy him no sneakers. Nigga, I just got your number 3 days ago. Like, chill out.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, what?
It's shit like that makes shit hard for a brother like me. Like, how the fuck?
Swear to God. And they do it on a regular. So a lot of females nowadays, that's why they be like, I don't need you, nigga. I boss up on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. So you get a good dude that want to come in and want to do these things, and you like, you looking at him funny because you think it's a catch to it.
Right.
Because so many out here with their hand out, or they just want to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even though, like, cats like that, and you see that, like you said, you got rid of them fast. This ain't what it is.
Yeah, but everybody don't got that common sense where it clicks that fast.
Facts.
Getting dignitized is real.
Oh shit.
Seen it.
That's the thing. They say common sense is no longer common.
It's not that common.
And even like going into a relationship, like when women, like sometimes a lot of women be like, well, he should have known, or I mean, this is just simple. Like I think of it like nothing is simple. I gotta express everything, because I can't just assume that she knows or he. You know what I'm saying? They know, because at the end of the day, they may not know. You don't like, I just don't assume anymore. Like, even if it's like I'm making cereal, I'm not gonna assume they're gonna put milk in it. Like, because even though that's common, like milk and cereal goes together, some people might put water. So I'm not gonna just assume anymore. And that's, I don't know,
women gotta get out of that mindset that men are mind readers.
Yeah.
It took a long time. Like, you gotta tell him what's wrong with you, what's going on, how you feeling, because he don't know. To him, he just going on about his regular day, and okay, you got an attitude, so what? All right,
I see
you deal with it.
Yeah, I'll talk to him when it's done.
Right.
And another thing, like, women gotta understand, a man, all women want to be loved differently. So whether he loved the way he loved his former his exes may not be how you want to be loved. It may have worked in that relationship. Maybe that's all he knows. So I don't think it's a problem. Like, teach that man how to love you. If you love that man, teach him how to love you correctly. And don't just, he's supposed to know. He a grown man. He's supposed, like.
Yeah, but that means you have to accept that level of accountability that you know. And you are able to communicate that, because that's also a skill. Like, you know that, this is not making you feel a certain type of way, or this is not what you want, but you can't put your finger on it, or you can't put it into words as to why you're unhappy and what you want him to do to make you happy, or what changes you want to see.
Yeah.
So I say a lot of women too got daddy issues.
Oh yeah.
They got a lot of daddy issues. I could I was one of them.
Yeah.
And it took to have that tough conversation with my father in order to move past it. And ever since I did, like, things have been peaceful.
Yeah.
Now you could see, like, okay, well, why I'm attracted to this type of man is because that's what you chasing. You chasing what you didn't have.
I saw
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna chase what you want.
That's a good point you make. I saw a meme on Facebook that said you date at your level of self-esteem. You pursue people that are at your level of self-esteem. And I was like, I can see how that makes sense, because you have a female that doesn't see herself as highly as she should, and she dating some nobody ass dude, and it all makes sense. They on the same level. The whole equally yoked.
Right.
I think that goes far. But you got the lady making a 6-figure salary. She ain't about to entertain the dude she picked up at this bus stop right here.
But some
do.
But
you never know. But that's the whole thing. Even as far as, like, I hear a lot of women say men with the weaker women. Like, me personally, I think you need to define weaker woman. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, me personally, I don't know no man that wants a woman that can't boss up, who doesn't want to boss up and be independent as a partner, opposed to just you sitting home and waiting for me to come home and
he want that
feed
control.
you. Yeah, well, I mean, there are guys out there like that, but it's like, I don't understand that, because I mean, personally speaking, for me, it's like a lot of women are single, they're independent, they've been that way for a long time, and they stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of shit. Then you get with a man, and it's like they don't know how to deal with that, or let up a little bit. Granted, like, black women they're hard. I love them, but they some strong motherfuckers, and you really gotta chip away. That shit is a full-time job.
Well, strong and stubborn is two different things, because I think it's a quality of strength to be able to, hear something reasonable and be able to change your mind based on what you heard.
But I think you gotta take that strong black woman title off, because we not superheroes. And it comes from being, you gotta think, we got generations of single mothers. So every generation that come, you teaching your daughter, you don't need a man for nothing. You don't need a man for nothing.
That needs to
it has to stop. Like, because then you get to be 30-something years old, and you like, damn, I need a man to help me out. And you don't know how to go about that or pursue that.
Right.
So it's like,
but when it comes to black women, when you're assertive, they equal that to aggression.
Right.
So there's also that little caveat that you have to kind of navigate through, where when you're trying to promote your own agendas, people are looking at you like, oh, she's spicy, she got an attitude.
But it's all in that attitude, though. It's
and you're just trying to advocate on your own behalf, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Right. Because even in, like, let's say a guy's been with a strong black woman. Let's say he forgets to take the goddamn trash out. Oh, I don't need you up in this motherfucker. I take my own trash out.
That's
like,
not a healthy response.
But listen.
That comes from too. He moving into hers. It'll never be his if he's going into hers. You gotta equally, like I said, I would never want a man to move in my house because everything in here is mine.
And you're gonna carry
and I'm
that.
gonna always
you're gonna
be
walk
like, it's
around
mine,
like
it's mine, it's mine.
But that's not good because at the end of the day, regardless, if
that's
he's
why we gotta go together.
even if he's moving into your shit, you making a change to say this is our shit because we're about to be together.
But that's why I feel like you gotta go into something together.
Exactly.
Because then you're gonna drop that it's mine mindset.
Well, I mean, logistically speaking, it's not always logistically possible to move in right away into a spot that y'all put together, right? Like my dude moved into my place, but I gave him half a closet and some dresser drawers. So okay, now I hope you feel like it's ours.
But that's hard though.
It's my name on the lease. Like
but sometimes you might.
I made it perfectly clear. If anything go wrong, you the one leaving. But this is our spot.
But in that day-to-day life, like,
but it's still yours.
Your actions may carry that. You might not say this is mine, but some of your actions may carry it. And a man to see that, like, oh hell no, like I got to get the fuck up out of here because I'm constantly being reminded, nigga, this my shit.
Well, again, remember, I'm the first to say I'm not that independent woman because I don't take out the garbage. I don't do dishes. There's a whole list of stuff I don't do, but I do these things. I'm not like Cardi. I cook and clean. But I'm not doing the garbage. I'm not messing up my nails, doing dishes. So, I mean, I feel like as long as everybody is playing their role and you guys have that understanding, then there's no need for the whole it's mine.
Right.
In a partnership, then it's easy to be equal.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Most people are not in a partnership. Most people are in situationships, relationships, whatever they may be.
So what's a partnership to you?
What does
that look like?
So, for me, the partnership is planning. It's having a plan that goes out 1 year to 5 years where we know what we're working towards together. So the day-to-day, we go throughout the day-to-day, but we also know that in 5 years, this is where we want to be. So we got to take these steps to get there. So the partnership is like, there's no drama. There's no arguing. You respect each other's kids like you would your own. Because at the end of the day, you know that our goals are the same long-term. Like, of course, we're gonna discuss marriage and buying property, but we know where we're going and we're working toward it together. So it's us against everything else. There's no you against me.
But that comes with maturity too.
Definitely. We're both divorcees, so we both got teenagers, and this ain't the first or second relationship both of us have been in.
Yeah.
But when we look at life, like, we see it where we want the same things long term. And there's a mutual respect and understanding, and we just like, all right, we rocking. That's what we about to do. Yeah. Anything outside of that, we about to block it out.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain age, I just think like dating shouldn't even be hard. Like
it shouldn't.
Like that's that's common sense to me. Like at a certain age, even male or female, you know what you want. You've been through a few relationships. And it's like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. We're going to have these conversations out the gate because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time.
But I know this is a lot of people that don't know how to communicate.
Oh, definitely.
At all. Like communication is hard for them. So it's like.
So then also when you come across those, you got to just know, like, nope, he's not on my level.
Or they'll communicate in the beginning, and then as soon as they get you, it's like it's done. You should know. You know how.
But is it hard to walk away then?
Depending on the time put in, sometimes it can be.
Oh, man, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, if that shit ain't right, like, get the fuck up out of it. Why is you, like, we sit around and hope motherfuckers will change when all the time they showing you who they are. But you praying and hoping this motherfucker will change, but that ain't what it is. Like, they showing you who they are.
You gotta believe people the first time when they show you who they are.
People got too much heart and they wanna, I can change him or her. And nah, this motherfucker is showing you who they are.
People
But you know,
make
women,
excuses.
we got some slim pickings out here.
That's
Let's
true.
be honest.
Open that window.
Women have some slim pickings out here. So then you gotta, you know, up here you might feel like that's where you at, and then you gotta drop it down a little bit because
No, never
where you
lower
want
your
is
standard.
like, you know, we don't really have pickings. Either he ain't got no job, nowhere to live at, no car, no this, no that. It's tough. It's really tough. Your list is like chipping away after you over 30.
Yeah, but that's on both ends though.
It sounds so bleak when you put it that way.
Yeah,
It's true, but it's true.
A lot of people, I mean, but
It's
a lot of
very
people don't got
true.
their shit together. A lot of people working their shit out. And I don't, like, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with meeting somebody that has the ambition but doesn't have the means. If I can help somebody, if they trying to get somewhere and they 75% there, but they need a little 25 to get them over the hump, but everything else is perfect.
And then
I
after
don't
they get that
mind.
25, they might shit on you. So it's like,
But that's the risk you're taking with anything,
right? True.
But
That's why I think it's important to be talking about longer term goals.
right.
So you know whether or not this person even sees you in their future for a year or 5 years from now. If you bring up to them like, okay, and they can't see you or their plans have nothing to do with you, that should be a red flag. Like, okay, maybe you're more into them than they are to you.
Right.
But you can't forecast a year to 5 years.
You could definitely plan it. Plans go awry, but when you have a plan or a blueprint, you know which way you're going. So if you say, I want to buy a house, then you know that between now and buying it, you need to get your credit right, you need to have your down payment, and you need to be able to secure the loan. Or like, these are the steps you need to take. It's the same thing with relationships. If you know you want to be married and have more kids, then early on you need to be making sure that this person sees marriage in the future, that they want or are even capable of having kids, and that's kind of how you proceed with it. Like, is this what you want to? Oh, okay, so we can continue.
Yeah. But even that, like, even you see a lot of women get with guys who don't even take care of their kids, but then they want to have a kid with them.
Hello.
Like, how does that work? Like, how does that even happen?
I can't speak to that at all.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, he's not gonna do it to me.
Yeah. And then
It's not-
she
I'm
be in the
different.
same boat.
Yeah, well, I guess they just hoping for the best.
Yeah, that's I don't understand that.
That's when they think they special.
Got that wop.
Yep, that
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I like I said, I don't, that leaving a guy, woman for a weaker woman shit. I understand what y'all saying. And I understand there's guys out there like that.
It is.
But that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, also strong women hold you accountable, cause like,
Yes.
like
But
I
why
said,
wouldn't you want to be? Like, as a man, I'm staying on my
Come on, bro.
word,
What
and
the
this
fuck
is
you
what
gonna
it
do?
is. That's just what it is.
I mean, if you don't want to be held accountable, I can see why this woman that's telling you to get a job and telling you to fill out this application
But
and
she
to do
shouldn't
this for
have
your
to.
kid, she shouldn't have to. But if she's on you to do the things that you're supposed to do, I can see how that would be annoying
Well-
when you're not trying to do what you're supposed to.
That's how you get labeled a nag.
Exactly.
Nah, but at the same time, that goes to show you, like, you're not supposed to be with this person. It's not that he's leaving her for a weaker woman. She should have been left him because he's a weak man.
Well, for whatever reason, she could have his kids, or
Oh, no.
her identity could be tied to that relationship. They've been together since high school. That's all she know. I mean, there's reasons why women stay with dudes that ain't going nowhere. And like
I see that a lot. Like, it's a lot of that going on, but I don't know. I don't know. I respect time too much. Like, time is crucial, man.
Time is
I'm not about to be in no relationship with somebody where I'm not happy. Like, that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is life. Like, we don't get another shot at this shit. Like, I'm not staying in no relationship just to say, oh, I got a relationship, and
Yeah.
maybe we're popping on social media, so we gotta keep up this front. Like, but you in that motherfucking mirror, sad and fucked up. Like,
And
why
then
would you
people
put
try
yourself-
to label you like you bounce from relationship to relationship.
Oh, you supposed to.
I had that
Shit,
too, but
work.
it's like, if it don't work, what we supposed to do? Be sad for 10 years? Like, no.
Right.
Well, low key, that's the way you could technically be a hoe, but like not have people talking about you as bad because this is your boyfriend. And that's
I
your
don't
boyfriend
believe in
too.
being a hoe.
And that's your
Everybody,
boyfriend too.
you grown, you
That was
gonna
my
pop
man.
it how you wanna pop it. Listen,
Right.
everybody got some, just got a little more experience than the next one.
Right.
I don't really believe in that, because if you throwing it, he gonna catch it. Like,
Facts.
that's just what it is.
Well,
That's just what it is. That's what I'm just saying.
No, that shit is crazy though. That
I don't know, but as a female, I always felt better about myself. Like taking on a new body if it was my boyfriend. Like, yeah, my body count went up, but it was my man, so.
But we're grown, like
I
at
know,
the end of the
I
day,
know.
I always say, like, right place, right time, right moment, right circumstances.
It's gonna
and
happen.
anything can happen. I don't care if you're married
It's
or
gonna happen.
whatever. Two adults, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
And 9
That's
times
just
out of
what
10, she already know 5 minutes in if she gonna give it to you or not.
Listen, chicks know
Look.
when they
Oh,
get
She
it.
already know.
They
She
know
already
fresh out the
know.
shower. If the bra and panties match, she knew what she was
already
doing.
know.
Oh
She
man.
plans
By the
it.
second conversation, if that, she already
She
know.
knew.
She knows.
So y'all just be bullshitting playing these fucking games. 'Cause see, that's the problem. We're too simple. Men, we cut and dry. Y'all playing goddamn chess. If we over here playing goddamn Connect Four.
Yeah, damn sure is.
Well, we also are still trying to figure out, where is this going? What are we? Is he my boyfriend? Does he
Right.
love me too? Like,
Right.
Yeah, but that's communication, man.
damn.
I always say, like, communication is key in any relationship, and people got to be comfortable to have those tough conversations as well, because it's like you can't just be holding shit in. Like, a lot of people, and I find myself doing this a lot, like, I hold my tongue because I don't think every fight is worth your fight.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like a lot of times now that shit built up, and it's like all that shit just coming out like, man, you ain't washed the dishes the other day. You left the hot dogs in the water. Man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like all that shit is built up.
Well,
So
keep in mind, there's a way to fight fair. So if you need to do it at such a frequency,
there's no such thing as black people fighting fair.
there
Oh.
absolutely is.
No
That's like
way.
your mother was a fucking crackhead,
You
bitch.
better be right, like you hitting below the belt on everything.
We
'Cause I'm
coming
about to fuck him
out, we
up.
coming out swinging. I have
Yeah,
never seen
like-
2 black people fight fair.
We have
Never.
to normalize.
Never.
We have to normalize fair fighting.
We
Never.
have to, but
So using phrases like "this made me feel like," or
that's training.
that it is.
Yes.
You sat down on somebody's couch.
Yes.
No, not
yes.
necessarily. It just
Or you
common
watch
sense.
the show, like you
I
watch the
read.
show. I watch y'all have been said.
That's my
I
girl.
swear to
That's
God,
my girl.
that is free therapy for me
I
because
swear.
every situation is not my situation, but I take
Mhm.
certain things that relates to me out of all of that. Like I really be on that shit.
Yes.
That shit really helps me out, and it gives me a different perspective on things.
All right, so how do y'all feel about long distance relationships?
Long distance.
I love them
I've
personally.
never tried it. I'm not
I
opposed.
can't. I
But
need
what
to
can
see
you do
mine.
for me from where you at? What is the?
Unless
What do
you
you
about
have
to
to
put a
offer?
million miles on your car every day.
No, what is there
As
to
a
offer?
man, I don't think I can, because it's like I want my woman next to me as much as possible.
Yeah, me
I
too.
understand, she got her life going on, I got my life, whatever. She may have kids, I got kids, but we need to at least have a good schedule together,
The physical
Right.
contact.
because I need that.
See, I like it because I detach emotionally sometimes, so it works for me.
It gives you
'Cause
time to weigh it out and see where things
Right,
are going.
right.
Yeah.
And you talking, you communicating, so then when you do see each other, it's a different level of like, I don't want to say happiness, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're excited, so you want to do things, you want to explore things a little more, versus when you're here, it's like somebody 15 minutes away from you don't have no time for you.
Yeah, but how does that work when y'all want to get more serious and now y'all on the day-to-day and y'all like, fuck this, we need to go
Like
back
you have to
distance, like
you gotta establish in the beginning, like as you said with any relationship. So I was in one, it was like back and forth to New York, but he said he would never move out here. So then it started to, once it got really serious, then things started to crumble because you don't have no plans on moving.
Right.
I'm not ready to move.
reality sets in.
So then it's like, it's not gonna work. Whereas like you might meet somebody and I'll be like, yeah, if I fall in love, yeah, I'll move. So then that changes things.
But wait, okay, so I have questions because going into like, what are you looking to even get out of the long distance relationship? Is it just somebody to talk to and listen to you?
You can get the same
that's
thing you get from somebody here.
I don't
You
agree.
just have to plan accordingly. Like your days off, you take weekends off, take vacations. It
Well,
could
I mean,
work.
how
but
long
you gotta
distance are
want
you
it.
talking? Are you talking Hartford to New Haven or
Like out of state.
New York?
Like I did New York.
Okay.
I did New York.
See, the only reason I can find to be in a relationship is money, keeping it real, pay half the rent, take me out, whatever else, frequent sex, because this is my man. I want it when I want it.
Definitely.
You need to make that available. And then just like the moral support, you know, knowing I can pick up the phone and you're going to answer. So I feel like a long distance relationship is really only going to give me one, maybe two of those things tops.
I guess it depends, on the person and what they're looking for and what they want out of it at the end of the day. But yeah, I feel you on that. I know me personally, I can't do it. I need me.
I don't think
mine.
Well.
Oh, mine. I need me. I need, hey.
But I like my space.
See,
So then that works.
So it works. That's
right.
why it works to an extent, because it's like, okay, I know I have this day off every week. Boom, I go out when I get off of work, go shoot out there, come back a couple
isn't
days.
the goal of all
So it
relationships
works.
that progression?
Yeah, but if it's still fresh, that's gonna work for the time being. Then the more y'all get in tune with each other, then things change and y'all plan more accordingly.
So do you have any dating timelines? Like, for example, myself, I give you 2 years tops. And going into a relationship, I'm telling the dude, look, you got 2 years from the time that we say we're boyfriend, girlfriend, to let me know that you want to marry me, aka give me a ring, or I'm out.
I don't have those.
Or I'm out.
You know, I don't put the pressure on nobody because things change from day to day.
That's hella pressure, but you getting it from day one. Like, you knew this.
But I would never pressure nobody into marriage. I want it to be natural. I want him to feel like this is the woman I want to marry. I don't want to be like 2 years, you got to put a ring on it.
Well, no,
you get to that last month, like, fuck it. I'm about to go to Red City real quick.
I gotta make this shit happen. It has to be organic. It has to be organic.
And I
don't put pressure on none of that because, like I said, things change from day to day.
I'm totally
tomorrow not promised, so I put a timeline on it and this nigga die tomorrow. Like what? Like no.
I will walk away from the love of my life if he hasn't met that standard for me. I made it perfectly clear.
But at the same time, it's like I get where you're coming with that 2 years because it's like throughout that 2 years we're still communicating. We're still okay. Where are we at? What are we doing?
We should be planning. We should have goals set for 5 years by this point. So if you're not trying to do what we said, if you're trying to do what we said we were gonna do, what's the problem? And I'm not even saying to be actually married. I'm saying I want a ring. I want a.
But if you put that pressure, it's never gonna be organic. You're gonna run him away before
he can go.
It develops. You know what I'm saying?
He can go.
I'll find somebody else.
That's it.
Somebody else know sure of what they want.
That's it. I'm not about to be giving all these wifely benefits away to the
Now, what is wifely benefits? Because I feel like you gotta do it. I just feel like you have those are things you do regardless.
Benefits?
I cook, I clean, I do laundry, I make sure he's comfortable, I rub backs, I initiate sex without being asked, I suck dick frequently.
So you don't do that until you get a ring.
No, I'm doing that now, but I'm only willing to do this for 2 years without a ring.
Because
so then you can't call it wifely duties.
These are all wifely benefits. Because if you wasn't my boyfriend and you wasn't living with me, I wouldn't be going out my way like this.
But what if he's doing those same things?
He is doing those same things.
So he's giving you husband duties.
So then we might as well make this official. You got until February of 2021.
You got 2 years, Jack. Make it happen.
I'm just saying, I just want the ring. We can have a long or short engagement, but I want to know your intentions. By 2 years, you've tested the waters. You see me good, bad, ugly, indifferent.
Right.
You know exactly what it is. Is this what you want or not? Yes or no?
No, I totally agree with that. Like, I mean, the 2 years, I get it. A man should know, like, like I said,
relatively
time.
Immediately. I think men know within like the first month of being with a woman if he wants to, or if he can see with her long term.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, it depends.
I think a man that knows what he's looking for. I think when he finds
it depends on their age. It depends on where they at in life.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all that plays a factor as well. But that's all on what are you talking to? What type of guy are you looking for? What type of guy that attracts you? Because a lot of women say they don't want a guy that working 9 to 5. They want a rough. No, I won't say roughneck. That's so 80s and 90s. They want a
It's all right.
You know what I'm saying? But they want a hood nigga. They want a hood nigga, right? But understand what comes with that hood nigga.
Right.
You gotta put that nigga on most of the time.
That's right.
You might luck up and get a good drug dealer that's doing his thing, but even with that, he got a bunch of bitches along with it. So it's like, what the fuck what are you looking for?
Fact.
What are you looking for? That's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to.
Right.
So it's either you want this or it's like you want the coolness and the calmness of a working guy who go to work, come home, but you want that wild side of that hood nigga that, he just shot up the gas station. Oh, that was just exciting. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get that. I don't understand. But fortunately, a young fella like me, I'm from both. I can adapt.
Oh, you got it both ways?
I got it both ways. I get it that, but I understand. But that's different. But how the fuck you gonna want a hood nigga but not want the hood shit that come along with it?
It's a lot of work.
The baby mamas.
It's a lot of work.
The drama. How the fuck you not gonna want all that? But that's what you want.
Mm-hmm. That's some independent women. That's the ones that want them hood dudes.
Listen. Hold up now.
Oh no, man, that shit just crazy to me.
I was attracted to them because that's all I was around.
When I was younger,
that's what I had. Like,
yeah,
the
that's
rough,
what we had to choose from.
you know more brothers. That's like enough right there.
Yeah.
Like I used to say, like as I got older, I said I never dated my older brother. I always dated my younger brother. He was the wild one. That was who I was closest to, so I always dated him.
Guys like him.
I never dated my older brother. The calm family man, wanna go out, do things, be together until I got older, and like I told you, I had that tough conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see that you gotta change your whole mindset of thinking and
definitely
see what it is you really, really want.
But a lot of times with that, it's like women mature faster than guys. Nigga, if that ain't common sense, that's a known fact. I made it known.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of like guys, it's not really. They're more focused on trying to get themselves together. Well, see, it's hard because a lot of niggas ain't shit.
Really.
But
what is ain't shit?
Ain't shit is just not working towards anything specifically.
No goals.
Just floating through life, living off of women or their mom. Just
and they happy with that.
And they cool with it.
And I don't know any guys like that per se.
I think a lot of men get miscategorized as ain't shit because he didn't buy you that bag that you wanted.
No, but
it's true. It's true.
Like, listen, a guy like me, right?
Because he don't work.
Right, a guy like me. Let's say if I'm dating you, and we're going out, we're doing the day-to-day things. 90% of the time, I'm paying. 90% of the time, I'm paying. All right, but that's the day-to-day shit. But she wants like bags, or she wants accessories, or he don't buy me nothing. But I think a lot of the times she forget that day-to-day, that day in and day out, what I'm spending money on. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit gets overlooked because that's just what he do.
Well, that goes back to how you were talking talking about, you gotta love people the way they need to be loved. There's 5 love languages.
Yeah.
Receiving and buying gifts is one of them. Whereas maybe you feel like you spending this quality time, you doing what you're supposed to do. So that's when you just have to have that connection and conversation, and you understand what each person needs in order to be okay or to feel loved.
Yeah, I think it's all a conversation as well, because even in that situation, the way, okay, the guy's paying most of the time on the day-to-day bullshit, if she just say, all right, well, listen, we can go every other day, but I like gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing is, I'm not understanding females that feel like they don't have to treat their man either. Everybody wanting to come out of pocket. You got to take care of me, pay my bills.
That's social media.
But it's like, what you doing for him? He's still human too. He still want to feel loved and needed and wanted and all of that.
I definitely foot the bill on dates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
try
tough.
to do little surprises every now and then.
But I think that's more social media, and that's what's being portrayed. Like, you got to take care of this woman. But as a man, like, who the fuck got, like, I'm doing all this for you. What are you doing for me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you got a good woman and you know she got your back, and you come home to a clean house, good energy, with a back rub and no issues, that shit is priceless.
But you got to stop putting house duties on the list of being a good woman. Because you're going to do that regardless. You're going to keep a clean house. You're going to cook. You're going to do that.
Not everybody keep a clean house.
Right. But I'm saying you can't.
Noting.
But that's true. But you can't put it on the list of being a good woman, because it's more to that. You got to be mentally strong for that man. You got to know how to support that man. That's part of being a good woman. Not because I cook and I clean and I do laundry.
I agree, it's more to it, but I feel like that's worth noting, because there's a lot of nasty chicks out here that ain't never broke out a mop and a broom, and they don't know what it is to get on hands and knees with a rag and scrub a floor. Like, but it is. I agree. That's like bare bones minimum. Cooking and cleaning. That's what you need to do to be an adult.
Yeah.
That's adulting. Especially if you got kids.
It's tough, man. It's definitely tough. But this, I don't know. These relationships is just, I don't know. It's tough, man. I just think it's too much trying to impress. It's too much worried about what others think, opposed to that this is what we're doing. Let's stay focused on us. I don't give a fuck what that person said in that comment, or I don't give a fuck what this person is doing. Let's just focus on us and have these goals. This is what we're doing. But that's all communication. But everybody ain't trying to communicate. They make that shit hard.
Too hard. Harder than what it needs to be.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like it shouldn't be no problems at this point.
Well, people gotta go in knowing what they want. Most people are just kind of floating along. You see a cute girl or a cute guy, and it's like, hey, let's see where this can go. But if you already know where you're going, then you try and figure out whether or not she fits into that puzzle, or he fits into where you're trying to go, where you see this going, as opposed to just winging it.
Right.
True.
I'm a big fan of planning, in case y'all haven't.
I've caught I've caught on.
That's smart, because a lot of people aren't planning, and they just going with the flow, and I get that as well. But at this point, you want to know what you're doing.
Right.
You don't want to waste your time. Like, okay, if this is what this person is telling me, and they don't see no future in this, and this is where I'm trying to be, then this doesn't work for me.
Right.
So let me get up out of this situation now. Oh, this is not gonna work.
And it helps you weed them out so much quicker. It's like, I know exactly what I want. Boom, boom, boom. So when I'm talking to you, I'm lining you up against my wish list. And if you're not checking off these boxes, then I'm good.
So what if you meet a man that's great, but he don't meet everything on your wish list?
I'm good. And that's for my personal, because I had an instance where I stepped outside of my standard. The only reason why I entertained him in the beginning was because I was trying to humble myself to say, okay, he's not exactly what I want, but I'm gonna still give him a chance. And then that experience was like, nope, never lowering my standard again. Either you meet me here or not at all.
Yeah, I feel you.
Period.
Because a lot of times people get caught up in, I can make this person great.
Yep.
And I can help them be this.
And that's kind of how
all he need is this.
I've just come to the conclusion people are going to be who they are regardless.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't you can't always expect more from that person. Granted, if that don't fit your list, then yeah, okay, then do away with them. But people are gonna be who they are regardless.
I would try to be mindful of, you know, somebody could just be in a messed up spot. Like after my divorce,
that's that motherly shit. Like,
so this might
let
not
me help this motherfucker.
It might not be a true reflection of who you really are, and you're just not where you want to be right now. You just messed up right now, but you about to, you know, get back. Yeah, level up.
But at the same time, I think people will see that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's not like, okay, I'm just gonna try to fix this person, but he's trying. If I see her trying, let me clarify that.
Come on.
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
If I see her trying, then I will be more patient with it. You know what I'm saying?
But how long are you gonna wait until somebody can step up their game so they meet your standard? If your standard is here and this person is down here, how long are you willing to wait for them to meet your standard?
I'm not waiting long at all.
I'm not waiting at all.
That comes to the next thing that, you know, I can't lie. When you see other cultures of women, they're taught different on how to handle their men.
Right.
Versus black women, we don't get those lessons.
What do you mean?
On coming up, you're taught that you don't need a man. You don't. That's like that's ingrained in you, right? That's ingrained in you, right?
That's systemic racism.
Very much so. So they handle their men differently.
Right.
Whereas it's ingrained in us, stay down till he come up. You know what I'm saying? It's not a level of standards like she touched on, and if you don't meet it, you gotta go. We don't have that. We don't even know what our standard is half the time. Like, or when they be like, oh, you should know your worth. We wasn't even taught that. So it's like, what that mean?
That's deeper. That goes
when we
deeper,
gotta start
like,
teaching our daughters from now.
Exactly.
Like, this is what your man is supposed to do for you. It's not you can do it for yourself. Right.
Yeah, that's deep right there.
It get deep.
You know, because it's so many levels to us, and there's so much shit that as blacks that we've been through that plays a part in our everyday household, our family, like all that shit is crazy.
But it also could work and have like a negative or not negative, the opposite effect, because I was raised by a single mom, and I watched her struggle, and I knew from yay high I was gonna have a man. I was gonna have 2 incomes. Like, I'm gonna do this better than you did it, because 2 incomes are better than 1.
So when women say, what are you bringing to the table, what are they expecting coming out the gate?
I expect you to have a job, a car, your own house, and be supporting your children. That's the minimum.
That's the minimum?
That's the minimum. Because that's what I'm bringing.
Right.
Plus more. But this is, and I'm not going to ask you for anything that I'm not bringing. So
but that's you though.
I want you to meet me on my level. Any dude that I'm dealing with, meet me on my level. So your own place, your own car, a decent job, you taking care of your kids, and then we could possibly talk.
That makes sense. I wish like a lot of people take the time. And
mine
even
different.
What's yours?
Like, I feel like if we're not living together, I can't expect you to pay bills over here because you got your own. But if you eating over here every day, you should at least be chipping in on the groceries or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't expect you to foot my bills and you got your own self and set of bills to take care of, and we not in the same household.
Right.
No, I hear you.
I can't like expect that of you.
Yeah.
Well, see, I always, and I even remind my boyfriend now, like I got 2 kids. I will never expect a man that's not their father to take care of them or to help with them or to do anything. You take care of me. Like, if I want pizza, you give me pizza. Or, you know, whatever it is, you take care of me and I will take care of my kids. So don't ever feel obligated like you got to bring home dinner for them. No, that's not your concern.
Though? I mean, at the end of the day,
you don't have to worry about clothing them. You don't have to worry about...
I'm dating you, I'm dating your kids.
No, like, that's not true, because kids don't come into a relationship early on. If you about yours. My kids don't meet every time Dick and Harry that I was dating.
Right.
No, I get that, but if y'all get to that point where y'all exclusively dating, then
even then, I'll take care of my own kids. You with me, you take care of me.
Nah, but see, that's that mentality, because at the end of the day, Yeah, it's like now it's like you and yours, and then it's against me and mine.
No, not necessarily, because I will love and accept your children just as I would my own in a relationship. But I wouldn't expect that you would expect me to financially do anything.
If y'all together?
If we're together. It's not, I would not expect you to require me.
I don't know, man.
No, fuck that.
That's touchy.
Everything
man.
I do.
So then if y'all get married, then how's that going to change?
That changes because our money is a collective. So
yeah, but
done for any
just
of the
because you
kids
get
is
married,
both of
that
us.
doesn't mean y'all money. Like I
Yes,
know
it
couples
do.
that no.
That are separate
That's the
completely.
exact
Yeah,
time when
people
it
still got
combines.
their own bank accounts, and it's different for each household. I
mean, that's
that.
the trust issue because when I was married, I maintained my separate accounts, but that's just because he was a dumbass and a dipshit, and I didn't trust him.
Listen, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This ain't even about you.
Right.
It's the Duce. We gonna go to a commercial now.
Cut the break.
Who's side, motherfucker? Nigga, you fucked up, goddammit. You touched nerve. But
But ideally, you would combine money
Right,
at the point
right,
when you get
right.
married. So then at that point, if your son needs cleats for baseball or whatever, that's coming out of the family money, right?
So do you feel like not wanting to be married is the new norm? Because I feel like it is.
I think more it's easier and it's less drama per se. I like personally I think marriage is great when it's right. When it's right, it's great.
I think a lot of men these days don't have any incentive to get married because they already living with the chick. She already got his kids. There's nothing that makes him want to marry her.
Nah, but that's a goal. That's a want. As a man, that's a want. That's not a job spec. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not supposed to do that. If a man does that when he wants to do that.
I think some people are just the marrying type and some people could care less.
It's either he want it or she want it or they don't want it.
The only reason I see to get married is because you're afraid of losing somebody. You don't ever want to, you can't picture life without them and you don't want to lose them.
Nah, I don't know. Marriage is different, man. I just think a lot of people don't want to put that work in.
Right.
For that marriage.
It doesn't have to be hard.
It doesn't if you know how to communicate. I think communication is the problem. But no one wants to talk. No one wants to put their pride aside. And I know me, like I was like, yo, I know a lot of arguments in my past relationships was me. I know that for a fact. It was like, listen, this is what it is, and I'm not budging off this. But I see that now, but back then it was like, nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm me, you are you, and no, this is what it is. But now that listen, it's different for me now. Ayana fixed my life.
Either call her.
Oh, shit. Like, you don't even know. Like, if I ever get the chance to be her, she done fixed my motherfucking life. I'm a whole nother motherfucker right now.
All right, so let me ask you this question, because a lot of females always want to know, right? So say a man, you meet this woman, she doing her thing, she working, she maintaining her household, whatever she got to do by herself, right? You meet her, but you don't add to her, but you add to the girl who's not doing nothing with her life, and you just doing whatever. How does that work? Like, what's your mindset behind that?
All men want to be the hero. So they look at the bum chick and they feel like they elevating her. They can save her.
And honestly,
and they
let
feel
me
like
tell you
their
something.
effort
Let
is
me tell
better
you something.
spent there than with the chick that's actually
And I'm gonna tell you
somewhere.
why. And I'm gonna tell you why. World premiere, goddammit. No, it's not so much he wants that weaker or that, you know, I'm a saver. A lot of times, a lot of women, not all, a lot of women don't appreciate some of the things men do. So if I get with this woman that never had, if she never had McDonald's and I take her to McDonald's, that's the best feeling in the world. She's smiling with that cheeseburger. Some women already went to McDonald's. Nigga, a cheeseburger? Nigga, fuck that. Bitch, I just fed you. Not to call you a bitch, I'm sorry. But I just fed you. Like, you're not taking it into consideration. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you already did this. So a lot of guys are attracted to that. I'm giving her this new car smell. You know what I'm saying? She's appreciating it more than a woman.
That goes back to the standard. Like, okay,
right,
she's
it's all
clearly
what type
well
of niggas you
below your
want.
standard if you about to impress her with this McDonald's burger. Like,
see, look at that smirk, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I just put some substance in your stomach,
I
baby.
want Red Robin.
See, that's the fucking That's the problem. A lot of women, especially the independent ones, it's like they I don't want to say they unappreciative, but it's like they overlook it. They overlook it more than.
Now, does it come back that you're more in favor of the one who's asking versus the one who's not?
Nah, I don't. Me personally, I don't want a woman that's.
Because I'm not an asker. If I ask you one time and you say no, I'll never ask you again.
But also,
but at the end of the day,
you gotta find the
you gotta
balance
communicate
between
that.
And a closed mouth that doesn't get fed.
Right,
I
you
hate
gotta
that
communicate
saying.
that.
I hate
You
that.
gotta
But
communicate.
it's true. So I have a hard time asking people for stuff. But then also, you gotta keep in mind, like, if he don't know you need milk and bread for the house, how he gonna bring it by? Like,
Mate, we are not mind readers.
That's true, but like I said, for me, if I ask you for something and I was fucked up at the time,
Right.
and you tell me no, I'm not fucking with you no more. I'm not asking you. I can't.
Well,
because
maybe
it's
he
like,
didn't have it that time.
Yeah, but if you don't say, but you gotta think too. Some of these men, when you ask them, instead of just saying no, I don't got it, I'm a little messed up
Their
myself.
pride, they're a man.
They'll just be like,
no.
they won't say nothing, and you be waiting
as
like,
a,
yo,
as
what's
a man
up?
who wants to tell that woman that they got it, that don't have it and needs it, that they don't have it, like, that shit is a pride thing. And every man can't handle that. Every man can't say, damn, I'm sorry, baby, I ain't got it. I wish I had it to help you out, but let me make some calls. Let me see if I can get it to help you out.
I don't think that's hard to say.
Some guys' pride, like, that's a pride thing. That's a man thing.
I get the pride thing.
You know what I'm saying? Some men ain't not.
Pride
Some men are not comfortable with feeling vulnerable.
But see, also, like, the things that I ask for is usually just a matter of convenience. Like the milk and bread. I could easily get up and go get it myself, but I'm already home and you about to come in, so stuff like that. Or like,
but if you ain't got the $2, what are you gonna say, baby? I ain't got $2.
Listen here, if you got $2,
you gonna say, nah, I ain't coming. I see you tomorrow. I see you tomorrow.
Check you later.
How you gonna tell your woman you ain't got $2?
Please don't tell me that. Please don't. Just stop.
But I'm just saying, like, how you gonna tell your man that? How you gonna tell your woman you ain't got the $2 for the milk and bread? Listen, you know what? I forgot I gotta do something at the house, so I'm gonna just stay home, and it's a pride thing.
I mean, I guess I get that, but please don't
tell me you got $2.
That can't bring home some milk and bread.
You must not want a sandwich for work tomorrow.
For real.
You don't deserve a sandwich for work tomorrow. God damn it. That's crazy.
But I mean, I definitely think that that's different than the chick asking for the $300 pocketbook and copping the attitude when you say you can't do it.
I mean,
it's a far cry when it's I don't got it.
A lot of
Most
women
independent women want their household maintained,
right?
Versus the clothing, the shoes, the bags. You rather a bill get paid,
for real. Bring
put
home
some gas in my
steak.
car, something. We don't care about the shoes and all that. We could get that. That's not a problem.
Bring home something good for me to cook. Like,
right.
Yeah, but we ain't thinking that far down the week.
Apparently.
we are some simple creatures. We cut and dry as hard as it may seem. Y'all are on a different level than us. To where y'all really need to simplify and really
you need the complexity to go with
treat y'all like what?
Like we're in kindergarten. Like
Bye.
you gotta teach us that way. Like honestly. Some men maybe not, but like I say, I go into conversations thinking common sense is no longer common.
It's not.
So I go into every conversation like that. So I'm not expecting you to, she should have known better. Or she should know this, she should know that. I'm not thinking that. So I gotta express that. And a lot of times we don't do that. She should have known better, or he should have known better, or that's like, come on, who the fuck doesn't know that? No, everybody don't know that.
True.
So you need to communicate how you feel, regardless of how simple you may think it is, because everyone does not think like you. Everyone is different. And communication all comes back to that.
That's one thing. It took me a long time to learn that. But
It's hard. It's definitely hard because it's like, yo, what
when
the
you're not
fuck?
used to doing it.
Right. But that's a lot of women. Like I said, a lot of women been single for a minute, and they have every right to be single because it ain't too much shit out here. But I get that. But it's like y'all tolerance level
it's
is
low.
What? Nigga.
Because we
That
don't
shit's
have
negative. Negative 20.
It's like, but damn, you can't put that on the new man because he wasn't
No.
the last man.
I don't get breathe wrong. You got to go.
Like,
You got to go.
It's too hot. Every time you
was
come around,
breathing
it's
funny.
too hot.
You was breathing funny. Bye.
Did you
Bye.
hear how he was chewing?
See,
No,
it's
so
like,
I have
come on.
stopped talking to somebody because you smacking. A little too hard. A little
It's a
too
real
hard.
thing. It's a real
No.
thing.
Oh, yo, y'all got this. Yo, y'all tolerance level.
I'm not teaching nobody table manners, and you over 30
But see,
years
that's
old.
that
Hello.
comes back to the conversation.
No, I seen a little too much of your food while you was eating. No.
Come on.
Don't call me tomorrow.
Look.
No.
And I would blame you at all. I would not blame you.
That's crazy. Maybe he wasn't taught how to eat.
That's just the again. The
Yeah, and then a
standard.
pet peeve of women too. We don't like to order our own food. Y'all notice that we tell y'all what we want to eat so that you can order it?
No.
Oh my God.
This is new. See,
I didn't put you on
this
game.
is an
I didn't
exclusive.
put you on
This is an
game.
exclusive to me.
You will be up.
I get it.
You will be up 10 points if you order her food for her.
Order her food.
If she be like, oh, I think I want to try, and she look at you, that means she waiting for you to order it.
Yeah.
You be up 10 points. I'm telling you.
I would take
Put it
that
in your
into
notebook.
consideration.
Put it in your notebook.
It's duly jotted.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
duly jotted. I'm gonna try that. See
Yes.
if it works. Now, if I don't get another date, do I need to call you and tell you to shut the fuck up next time?
That just means she wasn't it.
She wasn't it.
She wasn't
It
it.
didn't work for her.
No.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna actually try that. Cause some women don't even like. Oh, you ordering for me? Like,
Well,
I can order my
you
own
want to get
fucking
their
food.
input. Like, you don't want to just be like, oh, she wants to rack a lamb without consulting with her.
Right.
But if she told you that, yeah, I guess. It's like a manly gesture. Like,
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
I find that so attractive when you like
He's taking
telling
his
him
man role. He's
what
doing
you-
the man thing.
right when you tell him what you want to eat or something. Or
But
you
all
like,
women don't want. They don't agree with. I'm gonna say agree with that. They don't respond to that. That's you trying to control me.
Not if you listen to what she's telling you she wants to eat.
I don't see it as a control.
If you just pull it out your ass, oh, she wants
Yeah,
to
no,
salmon.
Nah, I know she likes salmon, so you gonna eat salmon tonight.
Yeah, no, that's
No.
no. Now
Ask
we
her
gotta
what she
square
wants.
up in the parking lot because
Yeah.
you wildin'. Cause you wildin'.
No, you gonna eat this guy. You gonna eat the cake,
bugging.
goddamn. And
You
babe, eat the cake.
You
Go-
bugging.
Listen, listen. I done seen it all.
You
I
bugging.
done seen it.
And I'm ordering what I want, so I hope you got enough bread in your pocket. Cause
Better
I'm
have
ordering
enough
my
bread.
steak for $25.99 without
Yeah.
the sides.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Dating in 2020 is tough.
But nobody knows what dating is either. You say dating, they think we fucking. And you like, no.
So what is
That means
dating?
we're going
What
out
is-
on dates to get to know each other, to see if we vibe, see how things flow together.
Talking on the phone, texting.
Yeah, that's dating. Courting me,
dating.
that's dating.
Yeah.
They
But
think,
at the
oh,
same
what you
time-
cooking tonight? Let me come over and get a plate. To them, that's dating.
Oh yeah.
I've
if I
heard
don't
that
pay-
before.
Listen, we done went on
Oh,
5
yeah, no,
dates.
they-
God damn it! I done paid for 5 dates,
You could
and
get
you
a plate.
cooked a nice meal, and I didn't
But
get
it don't
offered a
take
plate.
5 dates to realize if you want to deal with somebody.
Nah, but
Or if I'ma cook a brother a
on the
meal or
on the
something.
5th date, if I didn't get offered a plate, I have a problem with
I
that.
ain't cooking shit no more.
I have a problem with that.
You come with the groceries, I'll cook it. Nah.
But I just treated you 5 times.
Nah.
What? Oh hell no, man. Listen,
Cause you got
them sex
plus you
dolls
gotta
go on
be,
sale.
no,
yeah.
plus you gotta be wary of who you bring in your house. I have brought
Definitely.
But I can pick it up on my way to work or whatever.
Let me
Even to
tell
your
you,
door.
shit can go real well, right? Until that man walk in your house and see how set up that shit is. I have had niggas get jealous Because I swear to God, because your apartment is together, it's laid, you got furniture, your bed ain't on the floor, your couch ain't ripped up, your kids ain't running around crazy.
Yeah, but
I have seen that. Everything could be going fine until they see how you live. I've had people be like, damn, it don't look like you live in a project over here.
It's different, man. It's levels, man. It's definitely levels to it. It's definitely levels. But if I treat you to 5 goddamn dinners, and I pay 5 times, and I don't
then
get
you
off
make
of the
sure
plate.
you let the female know that once she gets to 5, that you want you want 5
but
for
that's
1.
that common sense. Like you should know. Like you should.
That's
Look,
the thing.
I'm saying.
Common sense ain't so common.
It's not common anymore.
You don't
It's
assume that she know. You make
But
sure
I
you
fed
tell her
you.
that one.
I fed you. You can't feed me.
I mean, the type of female I am, like, after you've paid for a couple days, I'll probably offer to pay for 1.
I'll think about it.
But a lot of women don't even like. Yeah, let me treat you to dinner. Why is that so hard?
No,
like,
it wouldn't be me inviting you out to dinner. It would be you inviting me out to dinner and me just pulling out the card like, I got this. Yeah.
That's rare.
It is, but it happens.
It does. It does. And there are some women that do that. Like, but at the end of the day, they so focused on what can you do for me or what can you buy me, because that's trending.
Everybody trying to come up.
But why try to come up on a motherfucker? Well, maybe they're not trying to be your partner, but if y'all trying to build something together, like, I'm not trying to get over on you.
Not even about getting over. If y'all building together, then
right.
Plus, I think the narrative is changing a little bit because so many women are used to not asking, not having nobody do for them, not having that extra anything. So now they like, fuck that, I'm about to start asking for shit. Now you gotta bring this, and this to the table.
Because the closed mouths wasn't getting fed.
So it's like...
But it's like, damn, I just met you though. Like, right now, like, I just met you yesterday. Now you asking me for what?
For the rent.
Like, I ain't never even been inside your house. You want half for the rent? Like, are you serious? I don't want to come over there now. I'm straight. That's different. It's a lot of that going on as well. I don't understand that.
That's different. She just begging.
She just trying to get over.
She just begging.
You asking me for shit you can't even get for yourself.
Cause a woman gonna ask for the small shit first. Just to see how you gonna react to that.
No.
We might ask you for lunch one day or something light, something real light.
It's more of an inconvenience than the actual cost.
Yes.
Man, listen. Can you buy me a 2 for 2 today, and then on Friday? Listen, can you buy this house? Like, how the fuck? Where's the middle ground? Like, goddamn, you went from a 4 for 4 to a motherfucking raised rents on the south side.
But you gotta remember what type of woman you dealing with.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, I would say beware of any woman that's asking for expensive gifts early on anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm just
especially if she walking around in the hair store slippers.
Right.
And she asking for her MCM bag.
Something she can't buy herself.
Right.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Cause it's a lot of that. A lot.
I can't get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with that. I've seen a lot, and nah, I'm not giving you nothing. I work too hard for mine. I'm not just giving my money away just for you to say this guy is doing this or doing that. I don't know. I'm just from a different era.
Well, like I said on my social media too, you gotta stop defining a man by his finances.
Yeah.
Cause just cause he got it don't make him a man.
That's
right.
Facts.
Right. I understand that.
I know dudes that make good money that only got half a brain.
A P. Just a little
well,
dot.
goddamn it, I know
Little
women
dot.
the same way. Goddamn it.
All right, so accountability check. Why did your last relationship not work out?
Mine?
Yeah, both of them.
Ooh,
Me
let's
personally,
go.
I don't think I was where I am now mentally. For me, it was like I was in a world where I wasn't used to. I was uncomfortable, and I didn't feel good. So I'm not gonna stay in any situation where I'm not comfortable and I'm not happy.
Okay.
But that's just me.
What about you?
This mouth, honey.
Your mouth?
What? I don't think I didn't do a mental cleanse yet. So I went in it kind of half-sided. So it was like everything that he was doing was a trigger and he wasn't really doing nothing. I hadn't cleansed yet. I hadn't really gotten some things out of my system.
You weren't ready
Not
for
far
the
as a
next
relationship, but I wasn't mentally, I just wasn't prepared for what he was gonna bring to the table. So I cut it off too soon. I cut it at the kneecaps way too early. And so that's where it kind of failed. And then it was like after the fact, I was like, damn, like he was a good dude, but I fucked up.
And a lot of times, like, you're just not in that space mentally and to be ready for a relationship.
Well, you got to be able to spot a good thing when it comes to you.
And he wasn't either, with certain things that I was doing that he wasn't accustomed to. And there were certain things that he was doing that I wasn't accustomed to. And I wasn't really, like, embracing it either. I didn't know how to. So that's just, so it just kind of fell short. But we still cool now. You know, we still speak and all of that or whatever. But a relationship, it just wasn't going to happen.
And honestly, a lot of times, guys, they will meet a woman and you're like, okay, she's good. She's a good woman. But I got to keep her close until I'm ready. Right now, I'm not ready. But I know right now, like, she's good. She does everything right. But I'm not ready. So let me keep her close till I'm ready.
# waste her time.
I had that though.
Yeah.
I've had that, and I've even had.
But that goes back to women mature faster.
I've even had it so much as I'm gonna break you off, get engaged to somebody else, and then I swear to God, realize that shit didn't work. I swear, realize that shit didn't work.
Let me swing back around that corner.
Let me bend the corner one more time. Let me bend it and be like, I fucked up, and I'm like, what? Nigga, bye. Like that happened. I've seen it happen. Then I've also had dudes tell me, like, when you the full package, they run from it and they go to somebody who's lesser than, because they don't have to put in that work. Because a good woman has the power to sit a nigga down. And if they not ready, they gonna run from it. And I'm like, well, why y'all just don't say that? Then we know how to play it. We know not to cook for you 3 times a week.
Right.
We know not to.
We know this
run
is
your
just
bag.
a Tuesday, Friday hookup.
Yeah.
Like, wham, bam,
it all boils down to everybody's mind reading, opposed to
just
really
saying it,
communicating.
Right.
And that's the thing right now. I mean, moving forward, like, communication is the only way things are gonna work. Anyways, y'all know what y'all want. Like, be straight up from the gate. Like, this is what it is. This is what I'm looking for. How do we get there? Are you on this page?
Have your standard.
And your yearly plan.
Right.
Oh, fuck you better be. You already know you better have that shit right. Look, no, but just communicate and know what it is. Moving forward, listen, we're trying to be here. This is what we're working towards. Set your goals and communicate along the way. I mean, you're gonna argue. That day-to-day life is something different. You have to be prepared for that. But just communication. At the end of the day, that's what I think it boils down to.
It does.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's so much shit to touch on with this relationship, and we can't touch on it all tonight, but we definitely gonna double back with this thing. But
spin the block one more time.
Yeah, because it's a lot with it, man. But I don't know, man. Just right now, where we at, well, I think just communicate and try to figure this out and go into it on the same page. I think long as y'all on the same page, y'all can work through certain things. You know, if y'all have an understanding of what y'all doing and where y'all trying to go, yeah, there's gonna be bumps in the road and everything, but just figure that shit out if y'all communicating and on the same page as man and woman and as partners.
Yeah.
Partners are important.
Partners. No one's above nobody. We're in this together. There's no, you sit your ass in that kitchen and shut the fuck up and do what I tell you to do. No more of that. But although there are men that look for that. But that's for another day. But yeah, this is what it is, man. Backseat of the V. Man, tune in. It's going down, man. Hit that goddamn like, that subscribe button, man. I got these 2 queens.
Yes, sir.
2 queens. Ashley and Amber, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all opinions, y'all, y'all input on a lot of this, man. But we gonna touch back, man. Holla back.